Shalom, shalom. This is Brother Anau with the great millstone borderland saints of El Paso, Texas. Welcome to another video. And as always, before I get started, I want to give all honor and all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah Kwadash. Also double honors to the head apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well. Peace, blessings, and safety to all sincere Akim. Keep believing, keep teaching, and keep preaching, whether they hear or whether they forbear. Now we'll be taking our lesson today from Jeremiah, the 16th chapter. All right, and hopefully this lesson will be a blessing to the 144,000, hopefully elect of the house of David. And it reads, "The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. For thus saith the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bare them, and concerning their fathers that begat them in this land, they shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by the famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the field. For thus saith the Lord, Enter not into the house of mourning, neither go to lament, nor bemoan them. For I have taken away my peace from these people, saith the Lord, even loving kindness and mercies. Both the great and the small shall die in this land. They shall not be buried, neither shall men lament for them, nor cut themselves, nor make themselves bald for them." All right. So this is going into Lamentations and the signs of the coming of captivity of the Israelites for wickedness. That's what this is going into. All right. And we've been suffering these things for years, being brought here into slavery. All right. And also Native Americans being put to death. All right. So all these things have happened. And we've been suffering these atrocities on the Israelites, disobedience to the Lord, to our Lord Yahweh. All right. And this is Jeremiah 16 chapter that I'm reading from. And it says, in the 7th verse, Jeremiah 16:7, "Neither shall men tear themselves for them in the morning to comfort them for the dead, neither shall a man give them the cup of consolation to drink for their fathers or for their mothers." So they would have no regard about killing us, okay? Because that's the wickedness of Esau. He's a murderer. He was a liar from the beginning. When he was born lying, okay? And murderer. That's Esau for you. It's the devil, the Amalekites, the children of the Amalekites here in 2025. And it says, Thou shalt not also go into the house of feasting to sit with them to eat and to drink. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes and in your days the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt show these people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, Wherefore hath the Lord pronounced all these great evils against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord Yahweh? So the sin that you committed was that you got involved with idolatry. You started serving idols, false idols of Baal. That's the sin that you committed. Serving the gods of other nations, you committed adultery because you're the Lord's wife. So those are the sins that you've committed, and you've put up Christmas trees and all of that, serving other idols. You see in other gods. And that's the reason why the Lord's putting you to death. Now we have a Day of Atonement coming up next Tuesday. Make sure you're getting involved. Get out of idolatry and adultery. All right, Tuesday at sundown to Wednesday sundown. You should not be eating, drinking, none of that. Buying, you should not be involved in marital sexual intercourse, none of that. It's a holy day for the Lord, for the atonement of delivering us out of Israel. Okay. And then it says, then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, saith the Lord, and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law. So we're telling you to keep the laws. Okay, let's get out of the evil and the wickedness that you've been doing. All right, like I said, the Day of Atonement is coming up. The Lord expects you to adhere, get back involved with the laws and doing the Lord's will. Do his commandments, love one another. All right. Read the Holy Scriptures, get to know them very well. Get out of sin. Sin is the breaking of these laws and commandments, and love ye one another. Love is the keeping of these laws and commandments that were given to you as Israelites. All right. So get out of being thoughts, get out of being whores, get out of those whore houses, which are serving the Lord in different religions. All right. Those are whore houses. The Lord told you to go to the streets, told you to go to the highways and go to the hedges at the gate of the city. And there you should preach. Okay. The Lord does not dwell in houses made with hands. All right. He told you that wisdom would be found on these streets. That's where wisdom is coming from. And that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be going out, serving the Lord on the streets, highways and byways, at the hedges, at the gate of the city. And there you would preach into the wind. You see, that's what the Lord said do. All those scriptures are written in the Holy Scriptures. All you have to do is Google those, what I just said, preach to the wind, or prophesy to the wind, and you'll find it. Okay, KJV Bible Online. Google it. Prophesy to the wind. KJV Bible Online. It'll pull it up for you. Okay, you can Google that and you can find these scriptures. Learn them. They should be in your minds. All right. And then it goes on to say, and ye have done worse than your fathers. For behold, ye walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart, that they may not hearken unto me. So hearken unto the Lord, because the Lord is displeased with you. All right. And he already knows that many of you are not going to hearken to him, but 1/3 of you who are here in the daughter of Babylon will, and the 144,000 hopeful elect of Israel. All right. I don't know where you are, but the Lord knows you'll hearken. All right. Make sure you're doing that and get involved doing the Lord's will, because the Lord will put you to death, even here going forth from 2025 on out, until he brings World War III on this place and destroy it. And it says, therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that ye know not, neither ye nor your fathers, and there shall ye serve other gods day and night, where I will not show you favor. So this was the prophecy of you going into slavery. All right, this is what the Lord said he was going to do. All right, and that's what we're suffering now because of our forefathers not remembering the Lord. And some of us may even be our forefathers through reincarnation, and we're suffering these things even till this day. All right. And then it goes on to say, therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall be no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. Where is the land of the north? That's North America. You're in it. All right. That's what this prophecy is about. All right. and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Now the Lord's remembering a remnant of you. All right. Because he had promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that their seed would be a seed of holiness and righteousness. All right. And he's going to save you. Some of you. A third of you here in the daughter of Babylon, and those scattered throughout the world. All right. And the 144,000 hopefully elect of the tabernacle of David. All right. They'll be your rulers, your kings, your princesses. All right. Your judges. All right. Your bishops and your elders, the apostles, the prophets, and so forth. All be those people will be your rulers, the saints of the Lord. All right. And it says, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. That's what we're doing today. All right. We're fishing for the hopeful elect. All right. For the elect of Israel. All right. That's who we're fishing for. The lost sheep of Israel. All right. So it says, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. So the Lord said after that, he's going to send for hunters. And then we'll hunt them out of those mountains. All right. When the Lord brings the battle. All right. But we can't move until the Lord brings the battle. You can't do anything until the Lord say, we're going to get busy hunting the Amalekites, you see, Esau and all those devils that are doing wickedly against the house of the Lord, the Israelites. And it says, for my eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from my eyes. So the Lord say that he sees what's going on. He knows. He knew from the beginning of time exactly what you would be suffering. Okay, he knew those he would bring back through reincarnation. He knows those of you who are apostles and the disciples, okay, that he's brought back in these last days. And then it says, and first I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double, because they have defiled my land. They have filled mine inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. So they'll put you to death. Esau and the Amalekites put you to death. All right. For being evil. Those of you who are wicked Israelites. All right. The Lord knows who you are. You see, and you're out there now, like I said, in those whorehouses up in Christianity, still doing that wickedness. You're hearing the gospel, but your ears are not open to it. Many of you. You're reading it by internet. Okay, you're going on social media, you can see it. But you're not hearkening to the Lord because you feel comfortable to sit up in those whorehouses in Christianity, Catholicism, the Protestant church, the Presbyterian church, the Baptist church, all of those different churches, serving some form of Christianity, Muslims and all of that. All right, and the Lord's had it with you. The Lord's had it with you. Get out of those whorehouses. And it says, and first I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double, because they have defiled my land, and they have filled mine inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. You see, so that's what we've inherited, things where there is no profit. All right, we're out here chasing the dollar bill, instead of chasing the Lord, Holy Scriptures, trying to get it in with the Lord, getting to know Him, come back to Him. All right, those of you who are of the house of David, the Israelites. All right, that's the only way you're going to get some rest. And it goes on to say, shall a man make gods unto himself, and they are no gods? Therefore, behold, I will this once cause them to know. I will cause them to know my hand and my might, and they shall know that my name is the Lord. All right. You'll know who the name of the God of Israel is, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, the Holy Spirit, Rakat Kudash. See, you're going to know those names, all right, because that's the language that the apostles spoke, you see, the prophets and so forth. They spoke Paleo-Hebrew, and through Israel, through the internet, you Israelites are able to learn it. All right, we're teaching you what it is. You can listen to these videos and know the names. All right, but there's a standard that go with that, not just knowing the names. There's a standard of living that goes with that. And you got to get away out of the image of the devil. All right, that's what's required. You want to be saved? Then you're going to have to get out from under that image of the love of money and being evil and wicked. All right, so let's do that. Let's get busy doing the Lord's will. Let's start celebrating these holy holidays. Like I said, the Day of Atonement is coming up next Tuesday at sundown through Wednesday at sundown. Let's get busy doing that. Remember the Sabbath days to keep those days holy as well. And all of the Feast of the Tabernacle, the blowing of the trumpets, all of these different holidays, you should be observing. And then the Lord will go to battle for us and fight for us. All right, we need the Lord. If you don't have Him on your side, then you're going to be destroyed. All right, so we've blown the horn, we've blown the trumpet, and hopefully you've heard the word. We're doing our job. It's your job to be obedient and do what's written in these holy scriptures. All right, learn your commandments. Go in there and study Leviticus and the book of Deuteronomy and Exodus and so forth. All right, really you should read the whole Bible, but read those first 5 books right off the bat. All right, especially the book of Leviticus, where the Lord starts giving out this knowledge and wisdom and understanding. All right, all scriptures was given for our learning. All right, and they were given to men who were holy and righteous. All right, directly from the Lord. So take it, eat this roll. All right, eat it. It'll be sweet when you put it in your mouth. When you get it to your stomach, then it's going to be bitter because it's lamentation and woes there. All right, but we know how to be delivered when we be righteous. So let's make sure we're doing that. And it's, as it says in Romans, the 12th chapter, and let's just read that. It says, Romans 12:1, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. You know who God is. That's our power, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. All right, the Son of God is Yahweh Shai. So if you don't know the names, now you know. The righteous know the name of the Lord. They run into it and they are safe. All right, that's where your safety is. You can get away from being eternally damned. All right, if you serve the Lord. All right, that's the requirement. That's what the Lord is looking for. Okay, and it says in Titus, the 2nd chapter, but speak thou the things which become sound doctrine. Okay, that's what the Lord said do. Go out there and preach it. Okay, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, and in patience. You're going to need all of that to make it back. all right, and the aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becoming holiness, not false accusers, not giving too much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, and to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of Yahweh be not blasphemed. All right. In all things showing thyself a pattern of good works, in doctrine showing uncorruptness, gravity, and sincerity. That's what the Lord wants you to do. All right. Sound speech that cannot be condemned, that he that is of the contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say of you, so that you should be blameless. All right. That's what the Lord is looking for out of you, to be blameless. Exhort servants to be obedient unto their masters, and to please them well in all things, not answering again, not prolonging, but showing all good fidelity, that they may adorn the doctrine of Yahweh, our Savior, Yahweh Shai, in all things. So that's what the Lord is looking for. That's Titus, the 2nd chapter. So let's get busy doing that and do the Lord's work. Let's do his will. All right. Love one another, especially those of the household of faith, the Israelites. All right. Show charity toward one another. We're coming into hard times. You're going to need to be working together. All right. Because the devil knows his time is getting short. And he's going to come down with great wrath. All right. We see them murdering each other and then blaming it on you. So that's how wicked this devil is. See? The Lord put that evil spirit in him because he's the sword of the Lord. All right. For those of you who are wicked. So let's not be wicked. All right. Get in the Lord. You're going to need him coming into the end of the world as we know it. All right. And the Lord's going to bring fire on this place. You don't want to be burnt in that fire. So depart from evil. All right. Wisdom. That's understanding to depart from evil. And the fear of the Lord is wisdom. All right. That's Job 28 and 28. All right. Read it. Get to know it. Get to know 1 Peter 1 and 16. All right. Be ye holy, for I am holy. Get to know those scriptures. Google these things up. Serve the Lord in the beauty of holiness. That means depart from evil. All right. Being righteous. Being just. All right. Being blameless. That's what the Lord's looking for. Now we're going to stop our lesson there and exhort you to be sober-minded and to do the Lord's will. We're going to stop our lesson there. We're going to give our honor, our praise, and our glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakwadash. Shalom and a Bible ball to the tabernacle of David.